Well, I think we're on. We've got the HANNUKAH, and I think it's time for us to welcome everybody.
Welcome, everybody.
Do you know, that reminds me of the time that I was just about to go on TV, and it was like, I thought I had the right time, and, you know, they're very relaxed, and it was Channel 10 at the time, and I was running on the set because, you know, I normally used to allow myself about an hour before I used to get on TV live. And in true Australian form, when I was getting on, hello, Robert, the person was saying to me, I said, yeah, how much more have I got before we go live? And she said to me, 40 seconds. 40 seconds. Anyway, welcome. It's very hard to believe that here we are in 2019 towards the end. And it's been a pretty huge year, hasn't it?
Yes.
And a good year.
Wonderful year.
So we thought, you know, my father was kind of complaining to me recently that all I do is talk about the climate change and this is wrong and that is wrong and the smoke. And so when we decided we were going to do a 2019 countdown, it was time that we actually did something. New York's joined us and the Northern Territory in Australia's joined us. We thought we'd do something really positive. So welcome to our very last show of the year. Have you enjoyed working with me?
Very much.
From 1 to 10?
11.
Well, you know, I think my father feels that the book is about to be published very soon, so obviously it pays for us to have a positive interaction, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Anyway, so today we've got quite a jam-packed show, and we don't want to, the doctor is in the house, we don't want to, maybe we can do a good deal with the doctor now with the rest of my dental work. He's on right now. Do us a good deal? Do you want him to do us a good deal?
Yes.
I think we have to get Mother involved with that. Anyway, today is a jam-packed day, and we don't want to take too much of your time. So for all of those people that have been joining us throughout the year, thank you so very much. I've kept a very low-key profile because we've been running away like crazy, but we have today to do a very quick top 10 countdown. We're then also going to be doing a little bit of a list of those people that we've had amazing support throughout the year, and thank them. We're also going to do a HANNUKAH lighting, and we're going to be doing singing. And before I forget, a little thank you to Elise. She had this as a gift that was sent to us, a little love heart, which also has a Chinese and a Japanese stone in it, as we know, called limestone, I think. And that's good luck. And also, thank you very much. That's all part of our set. Because it's so precious, I don't want to drop it. Anyway, are you ready for our countdown?
We are.
Ladies and gentlemen, and for the very first time, the Reggie and Henry Show with the 2019 highlights. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so I've got a little list here. So coming in at number 10, which is my point number 10, I think one of the highlights this year for me has been, besides there's been a little bit of an issue with the 737 series, is that all of a sudden, the dream of the world coming even closer. I know we have the Concorde, but for us in Australia, to be able to take a flight from Perth all the way through to London non-stop, if you can survive it, has happened. And also on top of it, coming up, Air New Zealand is going to be flying from Auckland to New York next year. They gazumped Qantas. Qantas was making this whole story about how they're going to get to New York first, and Air New Zealand just quickly said, well, that's very nice, but we're going to be a year ahead of you. But also coming up will be a Sydney to New York City flight direct. So I think that's really fantastic. So that's our number 10. Number 9 was the fact that you think that technology, you love the fact that technology is bringing people together.
I love it because technology is a wonderful thing, and it brings the young people and the world together.
So you're not being negative about, you know, people
are
positive.
Positive.
So you think it's good?
It's wonderful.
Okay, excellent. So that's number 9. Number 8 is working with my dad. Can I tell you something, guys? My father was told by his doctor he's going to, hello Simon in New York City. He was told that his actual memory was going to be reduced and that it was all going to come to a clashing, you know, write this book really, really quickly. Well, in actual fact, it's been the opposite, and he has run rings around me. So while I've been trying to gasp for air, this man just keeps with the stories and the stories. He's an extraordinary man, and it's a way of my showing my love and my respect, and also we go back 180 years with rabbis. So I think that for all the people upstairs who are helping me, and the person downstairs who's just chasing after when are we being published and when is the book coming out, you'll all have to wait. But we've got some fantastic hooks in the fire, I have to say. And thank you, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Absolutely pleasure to do it.
Yeah, he leaves me with the bombs. Anyway, so that's the way that is. The next one we've got on the drag is, you say that you're very proud of, you think a highlight of the world is that the next generation is actually really positive.
The next generations are beautiful. They're absolutely positive. You should see my grandchildren, how they work on the computers.
Plug. But you see the future is not this, you see the future generation better than your generation?
Better.
Better than my generation?
Yes.
So we're getting love hearts for generations.
Yeah.
And also, I think that is Marsha. Welcome to the show. The next point we want to say is that, from my perspective, I think that there's a lot going on, but we're also seeing a huge increase in global care. Whether you're carrying around plastic, whether you're starting to use clothing, which is now second-hand, whether you're starting to actually, which is called pre-loved, thank you for your loves, whether you're actually transferring your electricity to renewable resources, there's a lot to fix up, yes, but we also believe that there is a change and the tide of how people are respecting our planet. Personally, I think that's a real plus, and I have linked the Holocaust and sustainability together, because to me, it was just a lack of respect. Jackie Zook is in the house, and I hope with Andrew from Boston. Fantastic to see you here. Thank you for joining us. Annie Bond in Sydney, thank you for joining us. So my point is that the Holocaust was about a lack of respect of life, and now we're actually learning that there is a respect. We as human beings are turning that lesson around, and we're saying, let's respect the globe. Do you agree?
Absolutely.
Our next point is, I think you have a big one about kindness. I don't see kindness around so much as a big positive.
I do.
You do?
I do.
Tell me where you're finding the kindness, Mr. Weinreich.
Everywhere. Say,
Hi, Courtney.
Say a woman, disabled person, wants to cross the street. People jumping to help her.
And what about the fires? Do you see people, because we've got really bad fires here, of course, in Australia. Do you see that as a change with the fires, people helping each other?
They help each other in such a manner that 2 people lost their lives.
Yeah, it's not good. But this is positive. So we see, my father is saying, and Jackie in Boston is saying yes. And hello, Sarah in Northern Territory. So we're saying that my father has, I like to sometimes see the glass half empty. My father says, listen, look at the kindness. Look at what happens. Look at how now people with disabilities are being respected. It wasn't like that in your day, was it?
No.
No. How are you doing, Reggie?
Magnificent.
Give me some love. Give me some love. Anyway, the next one, and this might be controversial. Hello, Yoav, Manishma, my cousin in America, Israeli cousin in America. I personally think that Greta Thunberg is actually the best thing that has happened to us on our planet. It might not be the message that we want to hear. She might not have all the answers, but I have to tell you, for a 16-year-old young lady to stand up and have the guts to be able to articulate what she said is unbelievable. No one else was doing it. I do have a little bit of a criticism. I'm surprised that the adults of this planet are absolutely attacking her and bullying her. Now, it's interesting because that's a problem in the world. Here's a 16-year-old. Those people that want to bully, regardless of whether it's Greta, your children that have been bullied, you who've personally been bullied at school. I have at work, I have an amazing friend, Rubina, who I adore in London, telling me about, at our age, bullying. And I'm like, that girl, which was Person of the Year, big applause. Do you agree?
Absolutely.
Come on, Reg, let's do it. Sarah says, you guys are great. Thank you, Sarah. Now, the next one on our thing is people. Do you think people are a highlight for 2019?
I love people.
Listen, this man, we go to shopping, right? We're trying to get shopping done. We think we're going to be successful. We think we're going to succeed. We think we're going to get there. Hello, this one. Hello, that one. How's the book going? What have you been up to? At the end of the story, I'm like, Reg, we don't have any energy to do shopping. Why do you love people so much?
Because people have got a heart and they've got a brain, and people, I can see people, the good side of them.
Do you see the good side in me?
No.
You don't see the good side in your own son? That's a lot. I will say in the book what actually unfolds. There's 2 books. The story I told my son, and then the question raises the questions I had to ask my father. But one of the explanations you gave, which of course, you know, I cry while we're writing these memoirs, and my father's like, why are you crying? I'm like, why am I crying? Because this is like unbelievable stuff coming out. But the reason that my father loves people, as he told me, so I might get a little bit tearful, I'm going to pull it together, is because he refused for Hitler to make him hate other people. That was the whole goal. And if we're talking positive, my father every day said to me, he wants to break the ice and he wants to show that people, doesn't matter whether it's Stalin, which was a horrible regime, whatever the regimes are, people eventually love each other. We have a love for all people, for Arab people, for Muslim people, for Jewish people, for the state of Israel, for the state of Palestine eventually to have their own thing, whatever that might be. The most important thing is that we cannot be made to hate each other, correct?
Correct. Hatred brings war.
There you go. So being positive on our top 10, I'm not allowed to be negative. So that is people. Now, I'm going to be really honest with you all. I have lost count of the 10 things. But I think that's enough, isn't it? Positive things?
No.
Reg, I don't remember what's in our list, but I think we've got it. I think we've got it all. Yes. The last one is there's a real increase in companies that understand. It's about corporations. My dear friend in Canada, Calgary, and he showed me a picture today while we're sweltering here. He's telling me that, hi Courtney, he's telling me that, you know, it's like 10 feet of snow, whatever it is. And he says to me, you know, there's a big increase in sustainability and corporate care. And it's about corporate care. And it's about corporates caring about the people that work for them, caring about the planet, investing in the right resources, making coal and fracking a no-no, amongst other things, planting trees. I see that as a huge advantage. We have here in Australia and all around the world some really, really, really positive sustainability businesses. Even you, Mr. Weinreich, you bought me the peaches with extra sugar, which of course I loved. And even that you brought your reusable bag, don't you?
Yes.
Right. So how do you think we've done?
We've done extremely well.
Give me some love.
We've
Yeah.
extremely well.
And so now we have to do the next
And
things.
I'm looking forward to be on the show again.
Goodness gracious. I just want to say one last thing. Look, I'm sure I've missed some people out, and please forgive me if I have, but there's some people that we need to mention, and there's a growing group of people. We want to start the support of this movement, which is the stories I told my son, which is basically based on the respect of women and mutual respect. That was the one. The last one was actually the women breaking the glass ceiling. I have the most extraordinary friend in New York City, Wendy Diamond, and that's Women's Entrepreneurship Day. You must look it up wherever you are in the world. She has single-handedly created a movement that recognizes the entrepreneurship. She's raising billions of dollars. Hello, Sarah Elizabeth. And honestly, you must look her up. She's incredible. She is recognized after, I think, her 5th year, 144 countries. Women are breaking through. Hello, Annett. Thank you very much for your fine offer of your place today. But as you can see, my father's decided to stay here with us, and Joe Pien. And you're just in time. And those of you who are remaining with us, I just want to read a little list of thank yous before we write the menorah and before we drink l'chaim to the success of our book. So, first of all, Joe and Danny Bartlet in London for their incredible support, and they're our actual theme tune for Kodiak Island Sugar Song. Thank you so much in London. Jackie Zuckerman, Jackie Zook on NEXTonSCENE in Boston. Paris Cutler and Kim Taylor, Kim being the editing in New York. Paris Cutler, who's how do you describe Paris Cutler? Extraordinary young lady that's helping us with the storyline and the book and the marketing and the whole thing in Sydney. To Elise Hawthorn in Sydney, you are amazing. Peter McAleer, our secret reader, has been outed. And he's been reading behind the scenes and telling me to keep going and writing. So thank you so very much, Mr. Peter. And Christiana, we love you guys in Calgary. You guys rock and roll. Also, Ilana Den, we wish you a very quick recovery. I know that you've had a little bit of a difficulty in getting everything organised. Hello, Alex. And so thank you so much, Ilana. You're amazing. And to your health, Rosie Trail, who for many months has supported my more weak moments in getting this book going. So thank you very, very much indeed. To Michael Mutt and Lewis Jungling, of the Love Yourself Project, we love you back. You are an inspiration. 1 decade, 10 years of incredible work, and it's about people loving people. To Jackie in Auckland, my new dear friend. I've always wanted to have a friend in New Zealand, and we've been speaking to these people on the phone before today's program. Thank you so much. Janelle in Sydney, the mechanic, we love you. You've been absolutely fantastic, and fantastic to speak to the two of you today. So absolutely magnificent. And also to Christine Lang und Herr Stepan in München. I love these people. I've known them for I don't know how many years. And they're going, keep writing, keep writing. So we love your work, Christine. You're an amazingly talented woman. And I look forward to meeting up with you soon. Stepan is one of the best architects on the universe. He's got our style of style. And I've also to Joseph and Annett Pien. You guys are just gorgeous people. You contributed to us so greatly. It's been unbelievable. We really appreciate it. And Lucy Laurita in Melbourne. And Sarah Elizabeth in Darwin. And Pan Bisping in Krakow. What's so fantastic is that we feel the strength of really quality people. We have every intention. The book has got some fantastic news coming up, and we're going to keep that nice and tight and close to our chest, because I've learned that less is more, and we want to get the book in your hand, and you'll tell us if you think it's amazing. That's what it's about. So before we end this show, we're going to drink a little bit of a cheers to everybody that's joined us. And my father and I are, well, we're a bit too old to drink wine, aren't we? We're not too old to drink. Well, I've got you soda water. It's 11 o'clock and we've got a big day ahead of us with the thing. So to everybody here, that's to my father and to all of us. And we're going to toast a cheers to everybody. Are you ready?
L'chaim,
L'chaim, l'chaim, l'chaim, l'chaim. Do you think we're alike? Drink up, Reg. What would you like to wish the world?
happiness and health.
And now, for those of you that don't know about Hanukkah, all I can say to you is please read up on it, because we don't want to take any more of your time. What we are going to do is we're going to end this segment by lighting up the very first candle. If you are celebrating Christmas, if you are celebrating Eid coming up, Chinese New Year, whatever you're celebrating, that's what we say. We say to you, celebrate with peace and happiness. This candle's a bit thingy. Yeah. And we're going to just now light the first candle, because for Jewish people, this is a very symbolic day for us. And of course, we've got the one with the biggest wick. Please God that it lights. Yeah. Okay. And now we're going to end this segment by singing a song that is a Hanukkah song. It's the first day of Hanukkah. Chag Sameach.
Chag Sameach.
And now we're going to start. Ma'osu Yeshuati L'chana v'reshaveach Ti da 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 Na da 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 da. Keep singing. Thank you very much for joining us. Keep singing, it's good. It's been a fantastic year. We've got an amazing 2020 coming up. Thank you very much for joining us. Imagine Ilana, we wish you all the very best. You'll have to rewind because we've talked all about you earlier on in part of our thank you credits. And we wish you a lot of labriut, todara balach, at nishtagea fantasti, which in Hebrew means Thank you very much. You are beyond fantastic, which she is. Anyway, this is the boys signing off, saying wherever you are on this planet, count the blessings for 2019. My father told me to stop complaining, stop being like such an old man or an old woman, and get it positive.
Shalom.
Lehitraot, thank you very much for joining us and for supporting us. And it's bye for now.